Hello and welcome to this edition of EB5 Investment Report. I'm your host, Amy Rios. Recently, we spoke with Howard Ting, Executive Director of Marketing for YK America Regional Center located in El Monte, California. YK America's geographic scope in California spans the counties of Los Angeles, Riverside, San Bernardino, Kern, and Imperial. They specialize in commercial real estate projects like regional shopping centers, hotels, and mixed-use buildings. Welcome, Howard. Thanks for taking the time today to talk to us. Can you give us some history about YK America and when it was established and why?
YK America, we've been in the U.S. for the 20-some years. We actually established back to 1989 and start with 1995. And we be developers, we're doing the project. For mostly we're dealing with the city and the county, helping them to create a revenue tax, retail tax, and we have the anchor tenant comes in and we build those, what we call the regional shopping center and the community center or special centers. And we most concentrate on those commercial real estate. We don't do housing project. We only deal with the income property, maybe apartment. So that's what we do is actually with anything with income. So that's what YK America does.
How and why did you get involved with the EB5 program?
Yes, and being a developer for the past 20 years, they have the good time and the bad time, but for 4 years ago, the economy is really downturn. And they are lacking the funding from the different source from the bank institution. And what we like to do is to have this kind of opportunity using this kind of policy to attract foreign investors with those $500,000 investment to our project and helping us to cut down our cost, actually borrow the money from the bank, our own pockets money, and to help this project.
So how many EB5 projects do you currently have right now?
First one we've been done is in the El Centro, which will be Imperial County, and that one we have the clients also got their I-29 removed, so that's mean the permanent green card. So the client's so happy about that. And second one will be down to the Kern County, and there will be Delano cities, and the last one will be in the LA County in the Pomona. So that's the 3 projects currently we have.
Were these projects in development before you got involved in EB5?
Yes, we've been doing the retail, commercial, and the office building development for past 20 years. Mm-hmm. So that's been 4 years ago, we don't know too much about the EB5. Until we learned that it's very good policy, it's do helping us. Yes, yes indeed.
Which EB5 loan model did you use for your projects?
Okay, we are using the implant. Mm-hmm. Now the implant will be let us understand because that's actually matched to our project. Our projects will be designate particular locations to understand how many square footage we're going to build and how many new jobs we're going to create and what kind of tenant we're going to have. And actually we pre-lease, I just say I'm in pre-lease, we build to suit. So we understand. So the implant is work with us. The plans fit in our project perfectly, yes.
Now, what is the typical YK capital structure? What percentage of YK equity versus EB5 financing do you have?
Basically, our structure for the immigration investments will be replace the construction loan. Because first, we own the land. Mm-hmm. We own the project. We own the buildings. If we don't build the buildings, first we have to own the land. No matter it's from the redevelopment agency, from the city, or from the private sectors, we bought that. And then we have our partners, our own shareholders, money, cash, into this project. If we borrow the money from the bank, we have to pay the interest. Mm-hmm. So actually, the EB5 program is helping us to have the investor money come to the project to replace the banking's money. Then we can lower down our interest cost to have our profits. So the percentage is vary on the different project.
Okay.
Yes, but basically, we have our land, we have our loan ready. If no money comes in, we still have to move forward, but it will be very difficult because the lending source is very limited right this moment.
What percentage of maybe your El Centro project, for instance, is EB5 financing?
Yes, the percentage I'm saying probably in half and a half. Okay. Probably will be up to 50%. But those 50%, we are ready to get a loan or the credit line from the bank. But without that one, will be difficult to move forward. Yes, yes.
What kind of issues and challenges have you faced in dealing with USCIS?
Right this moment, I think the slow processing will be the major, not say headache, it's a major problem we are dealing with, because foreign investors, they don't understand. Since the policy been issued, they grant them proof come to the United States, or before the reviewing, they should give them the timeline to let them understand when and how, and they can be qualified. And so they are a little bit frustrated. It used to be, they took about 3 months to 6 months, now even to even a year. So they don't have any clear, specific time to let the customer know when they can get it. So we don't know how to answer them. We can just tell them to wait, but they will be created some problem with the funding, because the money has to go to the project to finish that. And the city waiting for those retail tax. We're waiting for the project. Customer, they're waiting for their green cards. So we want a win-win-win condition, not a lose-lose-lose condition. Yeah.
Now, have you had any issues? Has the issue of tenant occupancy affected you as a regional center?
Good questions. USCIS been addressed the 3 letters on last year. February, May, finally on the last December have the guideline for this. And fortunately, the tenant occupancy is not really exactly affect to our business. Although we receive some RFE, which is request for evidence. And our project is different because we are pre-lease, we are the build-to-suit, so we know who's our clients. And so it's not really affect to our business the way we do business.
Now, where do most of your investors come from? What country?
Mainly, I believe are probably close to 65 to 70% is from the mainland China. That's the first one. Second will be, I can say, will be like a Korea. And there will be some Taiwan, the Taiwanese, and there will be some from the Vietnam. Even I have traveled to the Dubai to talk to people from the Middle East.
How do you market projects overseas?
Yes, overseas, because the investor at overseas, they don't know what's the U.S. policy, they don't know the law, the different mentality. Actually, it's very difficult, okay? But they have the local agent and qualified agents, which be qualified by the local government, no matter where it's in Taiwan, China, or in the South America, even the Middle East. They have a qualified agent. We have to go through them, because we are not legally to promote our business in the different countries, because they pay like a bond, they pay the deposit, they've been regulated by the local, even the police department. For the investigate, are they qualified to do this project? So we through their agent. And plus we can have the referral. And the people from the relatives and the friends, they actually been in the United States, they verify our project is okay, so they refer their friends, relatives, to come to our project, to join us directly. So we can say indirectly through the agent or directly from the client themselves.
Howard, can you talk to me a little bit about how agents may be misleading investors? And we just had one of our correspondents do a story on the bridge to nowhere. What are your thoughts on that?
Yes, they always have a good agent and the bad agents. I don't say they are bad because they are not quite understand the law in the U.S., like SEC, security law or immigration law. So they kind of, some agents, they are exaggerate the project, or they are misleading those projects and mislead the people and say that will be the guarantee by the government or guarantee by anybody. But unfortunately, there's no guarantee. Investment, it has to be at risk.
Howard, can you tell us how investor can protect themselves from such agents?
Yes, the agency, they have to really to know what's the agency carry the project. Or they have the fully knowledge about this project. And they have to know who's behind this project, who's the developers, what kind of experience they have, how many conditional green card, how many permanent green card They can remove condition. Do they have that? So that's what we call experience. The clients, they have to know that. What kind of capacity of the developer for this project, and what kind of team they have, and what kind of relationship with the local government. So that's what we concern and urgently let the clients or investor, they have to understand. Even before they talk to the agency, they can do their homework, do the feasibility study, and to understand, do the due diligence work. If they don't do that, they can asking some like attorney, lawyers, or their friends in the project, around the project, to find out, to check it out.
Howard, how important is it to have an economist on your team, and do you work with an economist, and who?
Yes, we do. And the economist is very important to the project because they have to understand the project. They got to analyze the project. And then now currently we are using the ADE as Applied Development Economics, and Mrs. Wenson, yes.
Now, can you describe your relationship as the development company, YK America developer, with your regional center? What is that relationship?
The YK, we have the holding company. And the holding company, the Pacific Anchor, actually we own the land. And basically we have to own our own project. So in order to own the land, that means we have to purchase that. Then we need a developer to do that. So we are the same team. So the owner of the holding company, they actually own the development company. So, and also own the regional centers. Yes, so they are the same team to run this project.
Can you describe your El Centro project, the phase 2 El Centro project?
Okay. El Centro, the area, we really like that area because we have our phase 1 been done. That one is nothing related to the immigration EB5 project. And that one, we have our Walmart Supercenter, we have a Costco, we have Staples, we have some other anchor tenant in that area. And the second phase, we can available for those EB5 regional center. So we built a suit for Social Security, HR Block, plus the University of Phoenix. And on those projects, the customer is very happy because they removed condition and actually they got their permanent green card.
One more question, Howard. What is your best piece of advice for investors?
They have to very carefully to study the project. They have to truly understand what's the developer, the project, their experience, what kind of successful rates they have, and what kind of team they have, and what kind of capacity, ability they have, and what kind of relationship the local government, they get a support. So those are 4 things I really encourage the clients, they have to do their homework because there's no guarantee, nothing is a guarantee, so they only can take their chance, but at least after the study, they can feel comfortable to pick up good one. They can go with that and then to get their temporary green card, conditional green card, then come up with 829 with a permanent green card.
All right, thank you so much for your time today, Howard.
Thank you so much, thanks.
YK America began as a development company in 1989, but turned to EB5 4 years ago when banks were no longer lending money. They currently have 3 EB5 projects, the first of which, in El Centro, Imperial County, is complete. And they are happy to announce that one of their investors has already received their green card for this project. I'm Amy Rios, and I want to thank you for watching this edition of EB5 Investment Report.